We will now begin the pre-meeting for the August 7th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission. Do we have someone to go over the agenda this evening?
Good evening, everyone. All right. This meeting, we do have old business. So old business items 1A and 1B is a conditional use permit for a contractor services office with outdoor storage at 921-925 Highway K. Capital Group, Inc. is a plumbing and HVAC distribution company that sells new equipment and parts to contractors in the public. They will be the ones in this space. They're proposing a fenced storage area on the side of the building that will provide screening from Highway K for the items that they will have stored out there. Staff is recommending approval of this conditional use permit with all of our standard conditions. So there's the site. You can see the white line in the back is the area that they're going to have fenced in to store some materials back there. And then there's still, plenty of parking around for any customers that are going to come in. So any questions on this one?
Doesn't appear there is. Let's go on to the next item.
All right. Next is new business, items 2A and 2B. We do have some other items under new business that are requested to be tabled and withdrawn. So the only other one to talk about is new business items 2A and 2B. It's a request for a preliminary plat for some of the commercial lots in the streets of Caledonia. On the plat, there are a series of lots shown on the south and then one on the north. The main change is happening on the southern lots. There's 2 lots there now, and they're proposing to split that into 3 lots. At this point, we have not been told of any proposed tenants for those lots, so just creating more different size lots. So we are recommending approval, and we had no conditions on the plat. So here's what that plat looks like. Down here, the lots were split right there, and now they're creating a 3rd lot there. So any questions on this?
Mayor?
How big are the lots going to be?
I should have wrote that down. Spencer, do you have that handy? Sorry.
So the easternmost lot, which is Lot A, is going to be 1.39 acres. The middle lot, Lot B, 0.91 acre, and the Lot C to the west, 0.65 acre.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go on to the next item.
Okay. So that's all that was under new business. We do have a couple of elevation updates. We did not get a current view of one of those elevation updates. So this is the Clement Ford. They're proposing some changes to the elevation. So this is just a current look at what it looks like for your reference later on whenever we show that elevation update towards the end. So just wanted to have that fresh in everyone's mind. So that is all that I've got.
All right. Well, we will adjourn until the regular meeting at 7 o'clock. We will now begin the August 7th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Tracy, can you do the roll call? Present.
Vice Chairperson Nunnery.
Present.
Mayor Hennessy.
Present.
Councilman Cascella.
He's excused.
Commissioner Howard.
Present.
Commissioner Seymour.
Present.
Commissioner Nagar.
Present.
Commissioner Baust.
Present.
Commissioner Heath.
Present.
Commissioner Link.
He's excused.
Commissioner Eggemeyer.
He's excused.
Commissioner Holting.
Present.
All right, Mayor, will you lead us in the pledge? Members of the commission, you have in front of you the agenda for this evening's planning and zoning meeting. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved, Nunnery.
Second, Seymour.
All right, members of the commission, cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
All right, the agenda for this evening's meeting has been approved. At this point in the meeting, we open it up to citizens' comments. We have one person who's completed a comment card to come up and speak, Mr. Arnie Dienoff.
Good evening, members of the commission. My name is Arnie C. A.C. Dienoff, City Public Advocate. The first issue I'd like to go over is between, I guess it would be D and E. We have the lack of meeting minutes. They don't appear on your agenda. Done a lot of research across the country. We're the only planning and zoning commission or any government that I can find that doesn't put planning and zoning commission meeting minutes for the public in a transparent disclosure. And so I'd ask the commission that you restore approval of public meeting minutes for the public. The next issue I'd like to address is at the end of the agenda, which doesn't have a public hearing besides everything else being tabled, would be H1 for stormwater management. I want to ensure that our city is strictly following the M4 guidelines that have been established by the Missouri Revised State Statutes, in particular directed and those promulgated rules and regulations by the director of the department, Missouri Department of Natural Resources. We want to ensure that M4 restrictions, which require a lot of enhancements and a lot of insurances that stormwater retention, detention water, and if it's stored, be slowly released into a neighborhood, and then it be cleaned and filtered properly and according to law. I would ask that we're making sure that we're in compliance with M4 restrictions at the state, county, and also our local ordinances, codified ordinances. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman.
All right, with that, we will close citizens' comments. And at this point, Commissioner Seymour, you have something you want to talk about?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would just like to pass along our deep condolences to the family of Dwayne Lammers, a commissioner that had passed away. He was a planning zoning commissioner. At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence in his memory.
All right.
Thank you, Madam
All
Chair.
right, thank you, Commissioner Seymour. The first item this evening under old business, we need a motion and a second to remove this item, these next two items from the table. They are the public comment for a conditional use permit for 921 to 925 Highway K. And this is regarding a building for the proposed use of contractor services. Do we have a motion to remove these items from the table?
So moved, Howard.
Second, Seymour.
All right, members of the commission, cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
All right, these items are now removed from the table and open for discussion. Do we have someone here to present these items on the agenda? Please come forward and give us your name and address and let us know what you plan to do.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Williams. I represent KD Distributing, which owns the facility at 921. Highway K, and I also represent Capital Group Incorporated. Capital Group is going to be renting the facility from KD Distributing. Capital Group is a plumbing and HVAC wholesaler and distributor. We have locations in Fenton, Missouri and Hazelwood, Missouri currently, and we've purchased the facility, or KD Distributing has purchased the facility in O'Fallon. There's 2 businesses in there currently, a Carpet One store, which is going to be vacating at the end of this month, and Joy Community Church. The church is going to stay in that east end of the facility. The west end of the facility will be Capital Group. We're a plumbing and HVAC distributor. It's about 14,000 square foot facility, which we will have repair parts for homes, businesses, whatnot, that contractors will come and purchase from us. We're wanting to put a fence up outside, and we've met with the planning team here and got bids for the 6-foot vinyl privacy fence to go up in the parking lot area. We have outdoor units, basically rooftop HVAC units that we can store outside, so we would put those inside that vinyl fence. So they would be hidden away basically from the public. And then we would be open from 7 a.m. until 4:30 p.m., in which customers can come in to purchase goods. And then if they do need a rooftop unit, it would be inside this fence, and we would load that for them on their vehicle so that they may service the O'Fallon community.
Members of the commission, anyone have any questions? Yes, Commissioner Boust.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I have 2 questions. One, will the units be stacked above the 6-foot privacy fence?
No, sir.
Okay.
We don't want to do that. That would cause damage to the units.
Right. And then the other question I have, is there consideration, since you're asking to put a fence up in the parking lot, are you looking to resurface and restripe the lot?
We would yeah, I just went there today before coming here, and the lot does need resurfacing, at least a seal coat on it, and there are a few areas. I do need to investigate, because there is a thoroughfare through there that goes by some of the restaurant establishments there, and we need to investigate that to see what kind of easements there are and whatnot for some additional help in paying for that easement for that thoroughfare that goes through there. But the main parking area, yes, we want to do that as part of our improvement on the facility before we move in.
Thank you. I'd like to hear that.
Mayor?
You gonna have security cameras out there?
Yes, there would be security. Looking at the parking lot, and when I drove by there tonight, there is lighting on the exterior of that, which is great. So I was pleased to see that. But the other facilities that we have, we do have security inside and out, camera security.
I just want to make sure you have security out
Yes,
shooting at what's going to be inside the fence.
for sure, yes.
Yes, Commissioner Seymour.
Question, have you talked to the fire district?
Regarding,
Their access to the back, if there's a rear drive aisle, whatever access they may need to the building?
there would be a gate, so I'm assuming that currently there's a Knox block out there, so we would have a key to that gate in that block if they would need to get in, just as they would need a key to get into the facility.
Yeah, I would definitely talk to the fire
Okay,
fire department.
okay.
All right, this is a public comment, and we have one person who's completed a comment card, so I'm going to allow him to come forward if you'll
Okay.
step aside for a moment.
No problem.
Mr. Dienoff?
Thank you very much, Madam Chairwoman. My name is Arnie C. A.C. Dienoff, City Public Advocate. First of all, this is a very large building, 14,000 square feet. I'm not exactly understanding. I could see if it was, 1,200 or 1,500 square feet, having outdoor storage. But when you have 14,000 square feet, that's a pretty good size facility. And I would imagine it probably has some type of dock door or some type of rear access to put in compressors and air conditioning units. I'm not in favor, or I'm not opposed to outdoor storage, but I don't think that the front is the place for outdoor storage. We're selecting a slippery slope here. We've never, to my knowledge, done this for any other O'Fallon business, allow storage in the front of the property. I'm not opposed to allowing storage in the back of the property with a 6-foot professionally installed vinyl fence, but I'm opposed to allowing storage in the front of this facility. It's uncharted territory. I think if the Planning and Zoning Commission would recommend this to the City Council, you're opening up a can of worms. You're opening up, again, Walmart from bringing back some of their storage. You would open this up to other businesses because we can't discriminate. And once you give it to one, you would almost be obligated to give it to other businesses who want storage on the front of the property. I don't think it's appropriate. I think that the appropriate spot would be the rear of the property. And I'm glad that they're putting up a 6-foot vinyl fence. I also would ask some safety measures be placed if you decide to allow this in the front of the building, which I think is inappropriate and the wrong move. But if you would put it in the front, I would ask that you put safety measures to ensure the motoring public in terms of providing safety bollards that are appropriate. For those reasons, as it's been submitted, the application, I'm going to go on the record as in opposition. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman.
All right, that's the only comment card that was completed, so if we'd ask the petitioner to come forward again and address the concern of the residents, as well as any other questions that might come up.
I can appreciate the concern. The way that the lot is designed, it's somewhat of a pie shape. There is no rear exit for that facility, so we can't put it behind the building. If we were to put it behind the building, it would fall behind the church, which would take up some of the parking spaces for the church, which we do not want to do that. So in working with the planning and development team, the regulations were a 6-foot vinyl fence, which we have no problem doing. That's what they state. We have no problem making sure security is well lit, making sure that there is lighting out front. And we're using, I've got a couple of bids from local contractors that are reputable contractors here locally. So just the way that the building is designed, we can't have them in the rear. We really don't have great security there. There is really no room behind the 921 part of the building. The 925 part of the building, there is room, but it's behind the church, and we just don't want to take up their space. So that's the reasoning behind we're doing what we're doing.
Right. Yes, Commissioner Howard?
Thank you. The loading dock, is it outside the fence or inside the fence?
It's inside the fence.
Inside the fence. So there's a big wide gate.
There's going to be a gate that would open. So we would close that gate in the evening, and that gate would remain closed. We take deliveries in the morning, so we have a distribution center. We will have a truck back into that at probably 6:30 in the morning to make a delivery for the previous day's sales. If a customer comes, they want to purchase something from us, and we don't have it in stock at that facility, it'll be there next day for that customer. Then so we take a delivery, so that will have, the facility would be manned from probably 6 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. So we'll have warehouse staff there at 6 a.m. They'll open the gates, truck would back in. After the truck has backed in, depending on the day, whether they leave that gate open because they know other customers are coming to pick up rooftop units, or they may close that gate just depending on the business for that day.
Well, I mean, one of the reasons is for the fence is to screen the stock. So, once the gate is no longer needed for in and out, it should be closed to screen that.
Right. And that's it. The gate itself is also a 6-foot vinyl fence gate. It's not a see-through gate.
The other thing is I would like to add a condition that no material be stored that exceeds the heights of the fence.
I would agree with that, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Madam Chair.
Oh, yes, Commissioner Seymour.
And you have no intention to put any kind of inventory on the outside of the fence?
No, sir. No, sir. No.
And are these packaged rooftop units?
Are they packaged?
Yeah.
No, we don't want to have plastic on them or anything like
No,
that.
I mean a package unit. In other words, they've got heat and cooling both.
Oh, no, these are outside AC rooftop units, air conditioning rooftop units. Is that what you mean? I'm
You're
sorry.
talking about a split system?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, if you get a 5-ton, 10-ton rooftop unit, they get pretty large.
Yeah, we don't sell that large a unit, so we're not looking at 10-ton type units that are going to be standing high above with large condensers on them. We don't sell that style. They're
You're
more
looking
for
at maybe 2-ton.
right 2 to 5 ton units are the main bread and butter of what we sell through there.
Do you have any idea what your sales outlook is?
Well, we're not in this area yet, so no, we don't. But anticipating, and again, these types of units, we keep at a distribution center that's in Litchfield, Illinois currently. And so what we normally do is we will, if a customer comes in and they want to purchase one of these units, it's stored in Litchfield currently. The next day, we'll bring it there and we'll store it outside for that customer. If they come the next day, they've got it, so they can pick it up that day. If they come 3 days later, it's sitting outside. Normally, these things are going to be sitting outside for less than a week, but they're not going to exceed the height of a 6-foot fence, and they're not going to be double stacked.
I was just kind of wondering what type of AC unit they are.
They're going to be a rooftop unit for a facility similar to what we're purchasing, like a 15,000 square foot facility, a rooftop unit that would sit on there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Commissioner Baust?
Thanks, Madam Chair. Your current trash enclosures on the inside?
It's on the inside as well. I've contacted Aspen Waste, who is our waste hauler at our Hazelwood facility. They would be the waste hauler here. I spoke with the gentleman there. He said it would be a normal Monday or Tuesday pickup, and it would be a 8 a.m., between 8 and 10 a.m. pickup, in which we would just schedule with them. When they come, we would open the gate for them so they could pick up and take off.
Thanks for taking that into consideration.
Yep.
So you're looking for some retail trade as well as wholesale?
Yes, yes.
Contractors?
The public can come in. We'll sell to the public as well as contractors, yes. And it's toilets, water heaters, all that normal home repair type items is what we sell. We sell to contractors who, if your furnace goes out at home, you're calling them, they're buying from us and selling to you.
Okay. All right. Members of the commission, anyone else have any other questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion regarding this item on the agenda?
Madam Chair, I make a recommendation of approval based upon staff conditions with the addition of a new condition that no material shall be stored that exceeds the heights of the fence.
Second, Baust.
All right, we have a motion and a second for a recommendation of approval to the City Council regarding the conditional use permit for the property at 921 to 925 Highway K with the additional condition as Commissioner Howard outlined, the Capital Group as the applicant for the proposed use of contractor services. Members of the commission, cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you all very
Now,
much.
this will be at the next Thursday's City Council?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
I need to be present for that?
Yes, sir.
Yep, next Thursday? Okay, great.
7:30.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, on the next item, the applicant has requested that this item, the next two items for Pheasant Grove subdivision be tabled until the September 4th, 2025 meeting. This is for the preliminary plat for the property at 1000 Landing Circle Drive, the Pheasant Grove subdivision. Do we have a motion to table those two items?
Motion to table and continue public hearing, nunnery.
Second, Howard.
All right, we have a motion and a second to table those next two items. Members of the commission, cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
All right, this will be on the September 4th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting agenda. The next item on the agenda this evening is a public hearing for the Streets of Caledonia Plat 10. This is a request for consideration and motion for action on a preliminary plat for the Streets of Caledonia, Plat 10. THF 40DD Development is the property owner for a 4-lot commercial subdivision. Do we have someone to present this item?
Good evening, Commission. My name is Ryan Gates. I live at 373 Holtgary Farms in Washington, Missouri. I'm representing the property owner. We are requesting a preliminary plat for the Streets of Caledonia, basically requesting to subdivide 2 lots into 3 lots and to also clean up the property for lot number 5 that was originally platted in plat number 1. So I'm here to answer any questions that you guys may have.
Members of the commission, does anyone have any questions for the presenter? Mayor?
You guys got any bites on, if you're splitting these lots, you got any bites for these lots?
Currently, the owner is negotiating with 4 different users right now. 3 have not been signed, 1 has been signed. So,
Thank you.
yep.
All right. This is a public hearing, so if you'll step aside for a moment, we have one person who's completed a speaker card. Mr. Dienoff?
Thank you very much, members of the commission. Arnie C., AC Dienoff, City Public Advocate. I have no opposition to splitting of this lot into 4 commercial lots. We really need to start moving and looking at developing citywide our retail and commercial development opportunities. We need to take the tax burden off of the residential section and off of our over 103,000 city residents. We need to start generating a lot more sales taxes to pay for future expenses and capital improvement projects. And so I am a big supporter of commercial and retail opportunities. We're running out of space. If we don't start looking at some type of annexation plan in the southwest quadrant off of Missouri Highway N, marching southwest. And so this is yet another tool in our bag for more retail and to offer more development to create city sales tax. Thank you very much, Madam Chairwoman.
All right, with that, we will close the public hearing and ask the petitioner to come forward again. Members of the commission, does anyone else have any questions or comments for this item on the agenda? All right, do we have a motion regarding this item on the agenda?
Motion to approve per staff recommendations, Charlie Nogger.
Second, Seymour.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the preliminary plat for the Streets of Caledonia, Plat 10, for a 4-lot commercial subdivision. Members of the commission, cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
All right, motion carries. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So the next 3 items, the applicant has requested that the next 3 items for McDonald's at 8611 Highway DD be withdrawn and that there will be no further action from the commission on those items. Then on the calendar this evening, we have the consent calendar. On the consent calendar this evening is a stormwater management and best management practices facilities maintenance agreement for Strawberry Farms, the Loof Use Properties 3480 Highway K easement vacation. Do we have a motion regarding the consent calendar?
So moved, Nunnery.
Second, Seymour.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the August 7th Planning and Zoning Commission consent calendar. Members of the commission, cast your votes.
Voting is closed.
All right, the consent calendar for this evening's Planning and Zoning Commission meeting has been approved. At this point in the agenda, we have a city council action update. Is that you, David?
Yeah, there was a conditional use permit for scooters at Shady Creek and Highway Inn that was approved by the council since our last P&Z meeting. So that's our city council update. The other two items there are just some informational items I wanted to make sure the commission knew was going on. We had approved the conditional use permit for the convenience store at 615 Westridge over the first part of the year, and they didn't really propose any changes to the exterior. And we did get notice that they want to change the look of that building, so we're passing that along. That was in the packet. Just an informational thing on that one. And the other one was Clement Ford. They're moving to a new building out in Wentzville, and they're going to be revising the look of the building that they have on West Terre here in the city. There'll be like a body shop, collision center and part of that, and then like a quick lube, and they're changing the look of the building, so that's in the packet too. And Ethan showed what it looks like earlier, but that's kind of the changes that's been going on.
All right. Then with that, yeah.
So David, are they going to close that place down over there then, the Clement Ford?
Clement Ford, yeah, the dealership, like the new vehicle dealership is moving, but the building would be reused for this collision repair and the quick lube service is part of it. There's still some I had heard from their architect, I think there's still, I forget how much square footage, but there's still room to even lease out an additional area for another user possibly.
Did they give you any kind of reason why they're moving?
It's been going on for a while. I'm not sure I have a good reason.
Well, I can tell you why they're moving, because they're building a brand new building out
Yeah, new building,
64 and 70. It's a brand new building they're building out there.
Outgrown that site.
So that's not a big enough change that would require they come in for a conditional use permit because they're already doing some of those items.
And
in there.
similar, yeah. Depending on for these, yes. Depending on what this other user is, it's still kind of up in the air. We haven't heard, but it's possible. But right now, it's all kind of automotive related. So yeah.
Improving their access.
All right, with that, we will adjourn the August 7th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.